with the blessing of the Almighty, deem it an honor to welcome you all in this historic third convocation of the Central University of Karnataka, Kalburgi. Our Chancellor, Professor N.R. Shetty, is the founder and architect of the Karnataka Regional College of Engineering, Surathkal, and former Vice Chancellor of the Bangalore University, Bangalore. He worked as the Member Secretary and Chief Executive of Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts. Professor N.R. Shetty worked in the field of laser technology at Karnataka State University Review Commission, the President of Indian Society of Technical Education, Founder, Vice President, and International Federation of Engineering. To have such a great personality as a Chancellor. Our distinguished, the Chief Guest, Professor Anil Dattatreya Sahasrabuddhe, is presently working as the Chairman of All India Council of Technical Education and various national level committees like Basic Scientific Research, Empowered Committee of UGC, SWAYAM Board. He is also a fellow of ISTE, IET, and Institute of Engineering, etc. Professor Sahasrabuddhe graduated in Mechanical Engineering from BVB College of Engineering, Hubli, with the first rank and gold medal in 1980. Further, he obtained a master and doctoral degree from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore in 1982 and 1989 respectively. In his illustrious career of 32 years, Professor Sahasrabuddhe held several important academic research and administrative positions at Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, as a professor and director. Sir, we are very proud and fortunate to have you here as a chief guest. As a visitor of the Central University of Karnataka, is pleased to confer honorary degree, honoris causa, on the following eminent personalities through his letter dated 4th July 2018, addressed to me. Nadoja, Dr. Jagadevappa Shankarappa Kandarao, an eminent artist and art critic. He is the son of the soil. He has received the prestigious Nadoja Prashasti and Kannada University and honorary doctorate from the Gulbarga University in 2009. His portrayal of Anubhava Mantapa received acclaim among his paintings. He has specialized in portrait paintings, landscape paintings, realistic and abstract painting. Professor M. Chidanandamurthy is an expert of India and his revolutionary writings and organizational skills. He received several prestigious awards, including Nadoja Award from the Kannada University, Hampi, and served as a president of Kannada Pustaka Pradhikara and member of the Legislative Council, Government of Karnataka. Dr. Tessie Thomas is a project director of Agni Missile 4 Missile and popularly known as Agniputri. The university is very proud to have her here as receiving the honorary doctorate. Missile Woman of India, a daughter of India, is a proud of first woman scientist to hold a missile project in India. She worked under the guidance of the late Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the former President of India. Dr. Tessie Thomas is a fellow of Indian National Academy, Institution of Engineers India, Tata Administrative Service. She was awarded Lal Bahadur Shastri National Award for her contribution in the field of missile technology. Dr. Balasubramaniam Iyer is a renowned scientist known for his contribution to the discovery of gravitational waves. He worked at Raman Research Institute, ICTS TIFR, Bengaluru. Dr. Bal Iyer worked on global network of detectors to realize gravitational wave astronomy. He is elected as a fellow of the American Physical Society and International Society of General Relativity and Gravitation. Today is an important day in the nascent history of the Central University of Karnataka. 910 students are to be conferred degrees in arts, science, commerce, management studies, and engineering disciplines. 43 students are receiving the gold medals and 18 students receiving the PhD degree. Our university is considered as a performing university among the newly established Central University and accredited by the B++ by NAC in 2016. University constructed 140,000 square meters of the building construction, considered as a fast-growing university and one of the best university among the newly established university by the Ministry of Human Resource Development and Government of India. We signed a MOU with IIT Hyderabad and members and the faculty are mentoring our students. As a result of this intervention of the Sri Prakash Javadekar, Honorable Minister MHRD, the New Delhi, recently the top 3 national academies provided the financial assistance to organize national refresher course in experimental physics. Our dedicated faculty and non-teaching staff are trying to develop this campus as a green campus. We are producing 400 kilowatts of energy, solar energy every day, recycling 5 lakhs of water through the sewage treatment plant. University is a digital campus with 24/7 internet connectivity by RailTel. Thanks to the financial support by the University Grants Commission and Ministry of Human Resource Development, digital initiative and technology of online education is revolutionizing higher education sector in India. Educational institutions in India are trying to enhance the quality would require a large scale of expansion of the high quality educational opportunities. The expanding IT facilities can help enhancing access of the quality. Nowadays, quality online education is affordable compared to formal education. Central University of Karnataka is accessing National Digital Library, Swayam Prabha Portal, E-Acharya, E-Shodha Sindhu, and MOOCs programs. University academicians and administrators are taken keen in developing this university as one of the best universities in India. To conclude, I must say that it is an exciting moment for those students who are present here to receive their degrees. Graduation is a major milestone in the career of a student. It is a formal recognition that you are ready to move to steps towards acquiring a more knowledge in the area of your choice. The journey ahead for the graduates is long and promise to be exciting. I wish you all success in your endeavors. Thank you very much.
Budhe, Chairman AICTE.
ಗೌರವಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಅನಿಲ್ ಡಿ ಸಹಸ್ರಪತಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಗೌರವ ಸಮರ್ಪಣೆ.
Thank you, sir.
ಸಮಕುಲಪತಿಗಳಾದಂತಹ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ BR ನಾಯಕ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಗೌರವ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಪದವೀಧರರ ವಿವರವನ್ನು ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಪಡಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ವಿನಂತಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೇವೆ.
A powers vested in me as a Vice Chancellor of a Central University of Karnataka, I admit those candidates to the degree of Bachelor of Arts in English and Master of Arts in English, Kannada, Hindi, and Doctor of Philosophy in English, Kannada, and Linguistics.
Pushpa M. Savdati, Dean School of Business Studies, to present her students.
Good morning, Vice Chancellor Sir. I present before you the candidates who have been examined and management. I pray that the candidates who have passed their examination in the years since the last convocation may be admitted.
The respective students rise up from their seat.
Economics and Business Administration, Master of Business Administration, Commerce, Economics, and Doctor of Philosophy in Commerce and Management.
Thank you, sir.
School of Physical Sciences, Chemical Sciences, Computer Application, and School of Engineering may present their students. Please, sir.
Good morning, Vice Chancellor Sir. I present before you the candidates who have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Bachelor of Mathematics and Computer Applications. I pray that the candidates who have passed their examination in the years since last convocation may be admitted.
The respective students rise up from their seat.
Thank you, sir.
Professor R. M. Chennaveer, the Dean of School of Social and Behavioral Sciences.
Sir, I present before you the candidates who have been examined and found qualified for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Master of Social Work, and Doctor of Philosophy in Psychology and Social Work. I pray that the candidates who have passed their examination in the year since last
Master of Social Work and Doctor of Philosophy in Psychology and Social Work.
Thank you, sir.
Professor M.A. Muhammad Aslam, Dean of School.
Applied Geology and Geoinformatics, and Doctor of Philosophy in Geography and Geology. I pray that the candidates who have passed their examination in the years.
I admit those candidates to the degree of Bachelor of Science in Geography and Geology and Master of Science in Applied Geography and Geoinformatics.
Karnataka. I request Shri J.S. Khanderao to accept the honoris causa. I further request the Chief Guest, the Chancellor and the Vice
JJ School of Arts ಗೆ ಕರೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ JJ ಕಲಾಶಾಲೆಯಿಂದ ಚಿತ್ರಕಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಪ್ಲೊಮಾ ಪದವಿ ಪಡೆದರು. ದಿ ಐಡಿಯಲ್ ಫೈನ್ ಆರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯನ್ನು ಕಲಬುರಗಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟುಹಾಕಿ ಹೈದರಾಬಾದ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಕಲಾ ಜಗತ್ತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಸ ಮನ್ವಂತರವನ್ನು ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಸಿದರು. ಕಲಬುರಗಿಯ ಶರಣಬಸವೇಶ್ವರ ಕಲಾ ಮಹಾವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದ ಚಿತ್ರಕಲಾ ವಿಭಾಗವನ್ನು ಸೇರಿದರು. ಇದೇ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಸ್ನಾತಕೋತ್ತರ ಲಲಿತ ಕಲಾ ವಿಭಾಗದ ಪ್ರಥಮ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕರಾಗಿ ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಿಸಿದರು. ಈ ಅನುಭವ ಅವರ ಕಲಾ ಚೈತನ್ಯವನ್ನು ಮತ್ತಷ್ಟು ಗಟ್ಟಿಗೊಳಿಸಿತು. ಶ್ರೀಯುತರ ಕಿತ್ತೂರು ರಾಣಿ ಚೆನ್ನಮ್ಮನ ಕುರಿತಾದ ವರ್ಣಚಿತ್ರವು ಯುನೆಸ್ಕೋದಿಂದ ಪ್ರಶಂಸಾ ಪತ್ರ ಗಿಟ್ಟಿಸಿಕೊಂಡಿದೆ. ಅನುಭವ ಮಂಟಪದ ಕಲಾಚಿತ್ರವಂತೂ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಮನೆ ಮಾತಾಗಿದೆ. ಭಾವದರ್ಶನ, ಭೂದೃಶ್ಯ ಚಿತ್ರಣ, ವಾಸ್ತವ.
ಮಾನ್ಯರೇ, ಕನ್ನಡದ ಹಿರಿಯ ವಿದ್ವಾಂಸ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಸಾಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಕ ಚರಿತ್ರೆಯ ಸಂಶೋಧಕ, ಕನ್ನಡ ಹೋರಾಟಗಾರ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಂ ಚಿದಾನಂದಮೂರ್ತಿಯವರು 1931 ಮೇ 10ರಂದು ದಾವಣಗೆರೆ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯ ಚನ್ನಗಿರಿ ತಾಲೂಕಿನ ಹಿರೇಕೋಗಲೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಜನಿಸಿದರು. ತಂದೆ ಶ್ರೀ ಕೊಟ್ರಯ್ಯ, ತಾಯಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಶಾಸನಗಳ ಸಾಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಕ ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ಸಂಶೋಧನಾ ಕೃತಿ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮೈಲುಗಲ್ಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಭಾಷಾಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ, ವ್ಯಾಕರಣ, ಛಂದಸ್ಸು, ಗ್ರಂಥ ಸಂಪಾದನೆ, ಜಾನಪದ, ಶಾಸನ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೌಲಿಕವಾದ ಸಂಶೋಧನೆಗೈದು ಕನ್ನಡ ವಿದ್ವತ್ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದ ಸೀಮೆಯನ್ನು ವಿಸ್ತರಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಭಾಷೆಗೆ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರೀಯ ಸ್ಥಾನಮಾನವನ್ನು ಒದಗಿಸುವ ಹಾಗೂ ಹಂಪಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಪಾತ್ರ ವಹಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಫೆಬ್ರವರಿ 3ರಂದು ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ವೆಂಕಟಮ್ಮ ಹಾಗೂ ಶ್ರೀ ದೇವಯ್ಯ ದಂಪತಿಗಳ ಮಗನಾಗಿ ರಾಮನಗರ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯ ಮಾಗಡಿ ತಾಲೂಕಿನ ಮಂಚನಬೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜನಿಸಿದರು. ಶ್ರೀಯುತರು ಕವಿ, ನಾಟಕಕಾರ, ಸಂಶೋಧಕ ಹಾಗೂ ಹೋರಾಟಗಾರರಾಗಿ ನಾಡಿನ ತುಂಬ ಪ್ರಖ್ಯಾತರಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದ ಕನ್ನಡ ವಿಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿವೃತ್ತರಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ದಲಿತ ಸಂಘರ್ಷ ಸಮಿತಿಯ ಸಂಸ್ಥಾಪಕ ಸದಸ್ಯರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬರಾದ ಇವರು 70ರ ದಶಕದಲ್ಲಿ ದಲಿತ ಚಳುವಳಿಯನ್ನು ರೂಪಿಸಿದವರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮುಖರು. ಕನ್ನಡ ದಲಿತ ಬಂಡಾಯ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯ ಸಂಘಟನೆಯನ್ನ ಕಟ್ಟಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಪ್ರಾಧಿಕಾರ, ಕನ್ನಡ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಪ್ರಾಧಿಕಾರದ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾಗಿ, ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿಯ ಸದಸ್ಯರಾಗಿ ಇವರು ಸೇವೆ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸಮಾಜಮುಖಿ ಚಿಂತಕ, ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠ ಲೇಖಕ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸಿದ್ದಲಿಂಗಯ್ಯ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಕೇಂದ್ರೀಯ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯವು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಪದವಿಯನ್ನು ನೀಡಿ ಗೌರವಿಸುತ್ತದೆ. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸಿದ್ದಲಿಂಗಯ್ಯ.
Indian Scientist and Defense Research and Development Organization (DRDO), known for her contribution to Indian Missile Program. As a project director for the Agni-4 missile, she became the first woman scientist to head a missile project in India and came to be known as Missile Woman and 63 in Arapi, Kerala. Dr. Tessie Thomas completed her engineering from Thrissur Engineering College and Masters from Institute of Armament Technology, Pune. After a PhD in missile guidance, she joined DRDO in 1988, where she worked under the mentorship of illustrious Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. She played an important role in India in designing solid propulsion missiles. Alongside, Dr. Thomas played a significant role in designing control systems, inertial navigation, trajectory simulation and missile design. Dr. Tessie Thomas is a fellow of various institutions such as Indian National Academy of Engineering (INAE), Institution of Engineers India (IEI), and Telangana Academy of Sciences (TAS). She was awarded Lal Bahadur Shastri National Award for her contribution in the field of missile technology. In recognition of her contribution to the field of science and technology and defense, the Central University of Karnataka confers the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa on Dr. Tessie Thomas.
Is known for his contributions to the discovery of gravitational waves. He was born to Srimati Parvati and Sri N. Ramakrishnan on 28th December 1952 in Parli, Kerala. He had his early education in Mumbai and received his BSc in 1973 from Ram Narayan Ruiya College. He received his MSc at the Raman Research Institute, Bangalore from 1980 to 2014, where he was the chairman of Theoretical Physics Group for 2 terms and retired as senior professor. He joined the ICTS-CIFR Bangalore in 2015 and currently is Simons Visiting Professor there. Classical general relativity and problems in general relativity with potential astrophysical implications. In 1989, he was involved in high-accuracy post-Newtonian computations of gravitational waves from binaries made of neutron stars and black holes in collaboration with scientists in France. This work was the starting point for the construction of high-accuracy templates for interferometric gravitational wave detectors like LIGO and Virgo interferometer. He set up a group at RRI that also worked on implications for parameter estimation and test of gravity using gravitational wave observations. Since 2009, as chair of Indigo Consortium, Dr. Iyer was involved in proposals to extend the global network of detectors to realize gravitational wave astronomy. In 2011, this led to the LIGO India proposal, a mega project on Indian soil in collaboration with LIGO USA and its international partners in Australia, Germany and UK. The formal approval by the Cabinet of the Government of India for LIGO India was granted on February 17, 2016. Dr. Iyer is an elected fellow of American Physical Society and International Society on General Relativity and Gravitation. In recognition of his meritorious contributions to the field of science, the Central University of Karnataka confers the degree of Doctor of Science, Honoris Causa, and Dr. Balasubramanian R. Iyer.
ಗೌರವ ಡಾಕ್ಟರೇಟ್ ಪದವಿ ಪಡೆದಂತಹ ಹಿರಿಯರಾದ JS ಖಂಡೇರಾವ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರು, ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ M. ಚಿದಾನಂದ ಮೂರ್ತಿ ಅವರು, ಗೌರವ ಡಾಕ್ಟರೇಟ್ ಪಡೆದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಿರಿಯರಿಗೆ, ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ಯರಿಗೆ, ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದ ಪರವಾಗಿ, ಸಭಿಕರೆಲ್ಲರ ಪರವಾಗಿ
Patil in Kannada, Deepak Kumar in Geography, Anil Gandhi in Geography, Krishna Udnur in Geography, Ramesh Angluri in Geography, Prakash C. Balikai in English, Raghavendra B.R. in Geology, Nishchita V. in Geology, Kiran Raj S. in Geology, Shruti S. in Geology, Bharat Kumar L. in Geology, Eslavat Rajkumar in Psychology, Lali Augustine in Psychology, Rajendra Baikadi in Social Work,
Thank you, sir. I now request the registrar to present the students for the award of gold medals.
Savali Nalla Bhutula, Integrated MA Economics. Aparna, Integrated MSc Geography. Shalini Kolli, MCA. Sashi Geology. Anesha Biswas, MSc Chemistry. Smruti Rekha Mahapatra, MSc Physics. Vaishnavi Mailapur, MBA. Chitti Pushpangatam, MSc Geography. Sehera Sahu, MSc Mathematics. Devendramma, MA Kannada. Gayatri, MSW. Stuti Tiwari, MA English. Shyam Thomas Matthew, MSc Psychology. Siddhavira Swami, MA Hindi. Muhammad Mohsin Khan, MA Economics. Graduated in 2017, Abhishek, MA, Integrated MA English. Arpita Sahu, Integrated MSc Geology. Nidhina Elizabeth Com, Integrated MA Economics. Vinay Kumar, BBA. Madhuri, Integrated MSc Geography. Ramya Kulkarni, MSc. MCA. Archana Bhatt, MSc Mathematics. Shilpa Thankan, MSc Geology. Shruti Suresh Gaura, MSc Chemistry. Anvesha Mahapatra, MSc Physics. Nemu Krishna, MSc Psychology. Vidyasri Vitthal, MSW. Prashanti, Master of Commerce. Nikhil, MSc Geography. Radhika, MBA. Jyoti, MA Kannada. Shruti Gupta, MA English. Pranay Kumar, MA Economics. Pranaya Yash Kumar. Javed M. Alan, MA Hindi. Javed M. Alan for last candidate.
Ramya Kulkarni, MCA, topper in 2017 batch. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
On this solemn occasion, we should remember all our proud parents and teachers whose hard work and contribution has made them successful candidates. I am sure some of you might be first generation learners whose parents must have toiled hard to send you to the higher education institution. You must be thankful to your parents and teachers. This is the land of 12th century social reformer Sri Sharana Basaveshwara, a great saint of Karnataka, who advanced the doctrine of karma. The knowledge was disseminated from here to the rest of the country, and hence this university has a great role to play. I was just watching the progress that the university has made right from last night when I arrived here on the campus. The kind of hostels, the kind of accommodation for the faculty members, the greenery, and the Honorable Vice Chancellor in his address talked about green campus, 400 kilowatt of solar energy being implanted here, digital initiatives undertaken by the university. I think there have been phenomenal progress by this university in this short stint of 9 years. The convocation provides an opportunity to a university as a community of learning, for introspection, for critical self-assessment, and for looking into the future. Central University of Karnataka is just 9 years old, established in 2009, along with 15 other central universities in the districts where the gross enrollment ratio was much less than 11%. The third convocation is an occasion of first look back at each one of those achievements with modest satisfaction at the past 9 years of intense activity to evolve a system of innovative curricular as well as research programs, which would not be a mere duplication of what is being done elsewhere, but a net addition to the academic endeavors in building and sharing knowledge, and second, to build a campus and physical infrastructure to house and support the planned academic work that the university has envisaged right from inception. So on one hand, university has a great role to play at the national and international level. On the other hand, there are expectations towards the transformation of higher education in the Kalaburgi and other neighboring districts of Karnataka, which is the mission of forming this particular university by the central government. It's a matter of pride that the Central University of Karnataka, in a short span, has developed 21 departments, 8 schools, and a center offering 8 dual degrees, 15 PG and 16 PhD programs in the disciplines of arts, humanities, science, management, and engineering on its beautiful 654-acre campus. The programs have been extremely innovative, worthy of emulating by others. The university should develop as a model institution and provide mentorship so that other institutions in the neighborhood get the benefit of curricular reforms and its research experience. A central university should be playing its vital role in the national system of higher learning. The sphere of higher education in the country has unfortunately become quite fragmented as a result of high degree of institutional inbreeding and the decreasing magnitude of inter-regional migration of students and faculty. It is hoped that central universities like Central University Karnataka would contribute, particularly through their admission and recruitment policies, to the knitting together of the diverse elements of higher education into a truly national system. The university will be in a position to play such a role to the extent that it gives adequate emphasis to the threefold function of higher education: teaching, research, and extension. Teaching at universities does not only impart the accumulated social, cultural, and scientific experience of mankind to the newer generation at the highest level, but also performs the mother function of teaching the teachers at all levels and builds its bridges with the generation of exploring new frontiers of knowledge. It is a complex task which does not only call for pedagogical skills of high order, but also the ability to weave within it the continuing stream of generated findings. The research function relates to the generation of knowledge and its consequent extension among all the frontiers. The distinguishing characteristic of education at the tertiary level is the symbiosis between teaching and research. It is the university which, by bringing the two together, enriches and strengthens both of them. The university is the abode of unending research, teaching, research continuum through which the understanding of the universe and humanity unfolds. The research should find its way for the betterment of mankind through the development of applications. Institutions of higher education are no longer considered to be ivory towers, wherein eggheads contemplate on the problems of the universe in splendid isolation from the rest of the society, but have integral links between such institutions and the community that lead to the mutual advantage. It enables the community to benefit from the expertise available in such institutions. It enables the teachers and students of these institutions to acquire a sense of social relevance and deepen their understanding of nature and society. It is in this context that the extension services offered by the university become relevant. University is a community of learners for learning and experimenting. Teachers and students are integral parts of the scholarly community. Modest conduct is vital in an academic community for the pursuit of scholarship, but it is equally important that there is mutual understanding among the various segments of the university community, and it will be desirable to devise carefully worked out mechanisms for constructive cooperation among students, teachers, and the administration. This aspect was well understood thousands of years ago in this ancient land where Gurukula system and universities like Nalanda and Takshila prospered, attracting students from not just from this country but from all over the world. We need to reinvent the ethos of strong bondage between the teachers and the taught. It is important to recall that singular feature of Vidyadana, gifting learning, that this country has extended on a planetary scale was aimed at attaining happiness for everyone. The famous saying, Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu, old age mantra from Upanishada, this shloka should be the driving impulse of any conception of education in any period or place. Employability of youth is very important, and in this regard, it is important to develop soft skills, teamwork, leadership qualities, time management, ethics and moral values among students through strong industry-academia linkages, impetus for research and innovation, establishment of national and international network of faculty and alumni, involvement of alumni, making university facilities such as laboratories available to students round the clock. This will help to overcome many of the problems plaguing the education sector in India today. Universities should adopt a sector-specific hub-and-spoke model which would include internship, sabbaticals, adjunct faculty, besides setting up of labs with the support from industry and involvement of industry in the curriculum development and soft skills training. University can explore various avenues available in including experiential learning of students, participation in Unnat Bharat Abhiyan by conducting research. Today's world is posed with a different set of challenges to students in which the technology they are exposed to and use during their period of study is becoming outdated by the time they graduate, and hence the requirement for continuous learning, lifelong learning, interdisciplinary learning has become more relevant than ever. It is in this context that the National MOOCs platform, Swayam, developed by AICTE under the patronage of MHRD, assumes great significance. It is a platform for all, students, teachers, homemakers, in-job people, for upgrading knowledge and skills, all free of cost. Hence, my appeal to all of you who are graduating today is to have the mantra of lifelong learning, and when you are stuck, step back and look at this portal, Swayam, and you will have whatever you want. Those types of courses are going to be available on this platform. So make lifelong learning as a ritual. On this celebratory occasion, I wish all those who leave the portals of this prestigious Central University of Karnataka a happy, prosperous, meaningful life and carry its legacy as they move on to attain new heights. I wish them Godspeed and all success in their future endeavors. But the last word of advice is that being the alumni of this great institution, never forget this alma mater, come back and contribute in all possible ways as per your capability. Some of you who become probably millionaires may contribute in terms of finances. Someone who will become doctorates and achieve excellence in research may come back and support research activities. Some of you who will be entrepreneurs and get into the industry may come back and train the students here for soft skills, hard skills, what industry wants to do. Some of you, the gold medalists I was asking, they want to prepare for IAS, and if you are going to be in the services, come back and help your alma mater to grow in all possible manners. Thank you very much.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. Our esteemed chief guest, Professor Anil Sahasrabudhe, Chairman All India Council for Technical Education, New Delhi, Professor N.R. Shetty, esteemed Chancellor, Central University of Karnataka, and also President of the function, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor H.M. Maheshwaraya, Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor G.R. Naik, Honorable Members of the University Court, Executive Council, Academic Council, Professor Aslam, Controller of Examination, Sri S. Sivanandam, Finance Officer, Deans of the various schools, Heads of the departments, Coordinators of different departments, Directors of the centers, Officers and staff members of the university, and Professor A.M. Pathan, most important, esteemed awardees of honorary doctorates, graduating students, gold medalists, members of electronic and print media. It is my honor and privilege to propose vote of thanks on this momentous occasion of third convocation of Central University of Karnataka. At the outset, I profusely thank our esteemed chief guest, Professor Anil Sahasrabudhe, Chairman All India Council for Technical Education, New Delhi, for having spared his valuable time to grace this occasion as a chief guest and deliver the convocation address. Sir, your convocation address was insightful and one that inspired hope, optimism and pride in all of us. I express my deepest gratitude to Professor N.R. Shetty, esteemed Chancellor, Central University of Karnataka, for gracefully presiding over third convocation. I render my heartfelt thanks to Professor H.M. Maheshwaraya, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Central University of Karnataka, for his kind guidance and support for conducting this mega event. Sir, without your untiring support, this event could not have been a grand success. I express my sincere thanks to Professor G.R. Naik, Pro Vice Chancellor, Central University of Karnataka, for his inputs and insights for the conduct of this convocation. I sincerely thank Professor Muhammad Aslam, Controller of Examinations, for the successful planning and execution of this mega event. I also thank our Finance Officer, Sri S. Sivanandam, for his support. I render my sincere thanks to all the honorable members of the University Court, Executive Council, Academic Council, for gracing the occasion and for their valuable suggestions and able advice. I extend my sincere thanks to all the deans, heads of the departments, coordinators, directors of the centers, officers, and all the staff members of the university for their support and cooperation for the successful conduct of this mega event. I owe my thanks to the members of electronic media for their effective coverage of the program in electronic and print media. Most importantly, on behalf of the university and my own behalf, I congratulate the esteemed awardees of honorary doctorate degrees, honoris causa, namely Sri J.S. Khande Rao, eminent fine artist, Professor M. Chidanandamurthy, renowned literary figure and critic, Dr. Siddhalingaya, poet, dramatist, Dalit activist, Dr. Tessie Thomas, renowned space scientist, and Dr. B.R. Iyer, eminent scientist. I extend my heartfelt thanks to each one of the gold medalists, PhD awardees, postgraduates and graduates. I congratulate them on behalf of the university and with each one of present over here on this August occasion. I render my sincere thanks to all the parents and the graduates for gracing the occasion. Also sincerely thank all the dignitaries and invitees for gracing this mega event. My special thanks are to Professor A.M. Pathan, the first Vice Chancellor of this university, for gracing the occasion. My sincere thanks are due to various members of the subcommittees who have put in a lot of efforts and pain for the successful organization of this mega event. I thank each one of them from the bottom of my heart. Once again, I thank one and all for being a part of third convocation of Central University of Karnataka. There are many distinguished personalities, invitees, guests, whose name, if I have not mentioned in this Thanksgiving address, I may be excused. My dear students, a convocation ceremony is an abrupt end to a long dream. It is a slow start to an even longer dream. I wish you good luck for your future and most importantly, carry forward the education, inspiration, values and so many things which you have learned from this great institution. I also thank Srimati H.M. Maheshwaraya for gracing the occasion and also Srimati G.R. Naik, Pro Vice Chancellor, gracing the occasion. Special thanks are also to Police Band for their music and for their support in this regard. Thank you one and all. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.
Of the Central University of Karnataka, I declare the third convocation closed. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I now request
all the members, before you de-robe, we have a group photograph. This is for the information for all the dignitaries. Before you to collect your certificates.
फोटो ले